Mm. 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 What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Monday Motivation right here at the Spill, guys. It's Monday Motivation. Waiting for my folks to come on. And as I do, I want to welcome you guys, and I pray all is well in your soul, that you had a wonderful weekend. And if you didn't, I suggest that you inhale positivity and exhale, breathe out the bowl and let it go. Yeah, because life beats like that sometimes. Mm-hmm. 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 What's up, Divine? What's up, babe? It's Monday Motivation right here at the Spill, guys. What's up, Velly? What, the Scorpion? Watch out, deuces. How you doing? Look, I pray all is well in your soul today. Tonight, it's Monday Motivation. You know what? My topic this evening is pandemic and children. Prepping yourself for educating your children. You understand? Because it's like more or less, we may have been not how we didn't know how to deal with the pandemic and how it was going along, but I'm guessing that also as well, as parents, we didn't know how to deal with our children, as far as in some ways, in some aspects, as far as educating them. So I have this thing to motivate you guys today, and just if it would be nice if you would share this with people that the information that I have today, that you could share with other parents. It's from grades pre-K all the way to 12. You understand? And I just want to, give that information to some people because, some people just don't know about it, and we need to continue to educate the new generation, our future us. How about that? You understand? It's important because even though they're surviving through a pandemic, through plagues, through vaccines, through all these things of the future, they have to be able to keep up education wise, and and it's not all about entertaining other individuals so that you can become rich. We need senators, we need people, doctors, lawyers, we need all these type of people, all type of different areas, chefs. We need people that are specializing in certain skills, science, language, arts, chemistry. We need all of these kind of individuals. We need these kids to work for NASA in the future. We need these kids to do these things, and has to start somewhere. So, and what you were saying, I was just speaking to my 10-year-old son, Doc, about this. You understand? This is what's going on right now. One thing about going back to school is that some states are requiring that the kids come back to school. They come back to the classroom. So you have to get your child prepped for social distancing at school because kids will be kids. Okay, so I broke down a few things, prepping your child for school because you have to prep them before they go. You can't just send them to school and tell them, oh, don't put your mask down and make sure you use them the hand sanitizer and stay away from folks. They're not going to do that. You have to prep your child accordingly so that when they go in that the school building, they are already trained in their mind. Their mindset is trained on focusing on learning what they're supposed to learn, but also they're focusing on their life. You have to prep your child. This is called child prepping. You understand? We calling this Monday Motivation Child Prepping. We gonna do this today. You understand? The first thing, God give me strength. Let the words come out eloquently and effectively so that people can listen to instruction and follow good directions. Amen. Number one, have a talk with your child about hugging, talking, sharing masks, sharing drinks at lunchtime. You understand? You have to have a talk with your child about that. You have to sit them down and be like, I know how much you like your friends, but you can't be hugging on them. You can't be sharing masks, taking it off. Oh, let me see yours. What you got? Putting it on their face. No. Sharing drinks at lunchtime because, everybody want to sip. Oh, give me a sip. These are the habits of kids. You understand? So, no, let me use your stuff. Stuff like that. You have to have a talk with your child about all of those things. Hugging, talking, they in each other's face. They doing all of that. You understand? You got to have a talk with your child about that. Hugging, talking, sharing masks, sharing drinks at lunchtime. And make sure they got it down that these are the things that, we're talking about your life right now. And you know what? Daddy wants the best for you. You understand? At the same time, we know that you like to have fun during your lunchtime. We know that you want to break and things like that. But there's a pandemic going on right now where people are catching things. And even though we have to still go to work and we have to still go to school and still live, we have to take extra precautionary measures. And they're going to be like, what's that, Mom? And you're going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to break it down for you then. You understand? If you got older children, you got to talk to middle schoolers and high schoolers about going to other people's house. Deuces. Listen, tell your middle schooler and your high school child they cannot go to other people's house. First off, this is a pandemic, and you cannot be going after 3 o'clock or whatever time you get off of school. You can't be going and sitting in other people's house. You don't know what they doing inside there. It used to be a long time ago that you could do those things like that, but now you can't. You understand? You have to come straight home. You understand? And you need to let them know that they can't go to other people's house. Oh, and by the way, let them also know that they can't bring their friends home. They can't bring their friends home. Listen, you cannot bring your friends home. Everybody can't be coming crowding, 4 and 5 kids crowding in the house after school. Absolutely not. They have to go home. You understand? Because there's steps that a child needs to take when they come home from school. Okay? All right, another thing I wanted to do is is encourage your child to focus and pay attention to the work. Pay attention to the teacher and pay attention to the work. Because sometimes social distancing and trying to stay away from other kids will freak them out a little bit, and they'll be looking at how to stay away from people and they won't be paying attention to the teacher. And then maybe like, did you get the homework? No. Why you didn't get the homework? Because I was trying to social distance. Johnny kept playing with me and he was all trying to come on my desk. And I was like, get away, social distance. You have to teach your kids to be appropriate in classroom. Classroom etiquette. You understand? Because kids like to play. But they have to learn to be clean. You have to teach your child to be clean. And you have to teach them early. You know what? It shouldn't have took a pandemic for some of y'all to teach your kids to be clean. Y'all should have already taught them this, but we're not going to go there today. We just going to say, teach them to be clean right now. How about that? You have to teach your child to be clean. The topic today is child prepping. We are child prepping kids, for their education, for school, going back to school, and that nature. These are the things that you should child prep your kid with. All right? Have them come home from school. This is another step. Have them come home from school, take off their clothes immediately. Have a laundry bag right there. Tell them you have to prep them. You be like, okay, when you go to school, when you come home, take those clothes off, take a shower, and come out. You understand? Even if you at work and that don't get done, prep your child now before they go to school. That means if they need a practice run, you be like, oh, act like you just came home from school. Go in there, put them dirty clothes in that bag, go take a shower, and then come back out, and then you do your homework and everything else. Because you have to prep your child. Otherwise, it could be a chance that they might have, they contaminated, their clothes be contaminated. They come home, and this is what a lot of kids, they was expressing about in other states, that kids were going to school, and when they came home from school, they wasn't changing their clothes or whatever, and they laying around the house, and they spread corona and gave it to their parents. And they spread it and gave it to the family. This is what you have to child prep your child. You understand? You have to child prep them. Say, you know what? We need to do a practice run. You understand? Also, you got to let your child know that they're okay. And if they're afraid, you know, if they're afraid, you have to encourage them. You know, if they're afraid of catching something, you know, because sometimes kids, you know, they can get really psyched out about that, and they be like, ew, you know, corona, you know, you could die from that, you know. And that can be very traumatizing for some children. Not all children are strong-willed and strong-minded. You understand? So you have to encourage your child. Hey, Sungbae, how are you, deuces? And welcome to the spill. You know, it's like more or less you got to encourage your child, you know, to have strength. And be like, you know what, mommy and daddy got your back, and God got you. You understand? And as long as you take the necessary precautions and the things that mommy is going to teach you, then as long as you do those things, then you don't have to worry about catching that. You understand? We're going to take precautionary measures to keep you from doing that. You understand? From catching that disease. How about that? All right. And, you know, you got to also, parents, get some Listerine. Because if your child been running their mouth all day long, they're going to need to gargle. That need to be another child prep thing in your home. You got to have a bottle of Listerine, man. When you come in the door, you need to gargle. Take off that mask, throw it away, discard it, or wash it out immediately and gargle. Gargle and brush your teeth. You understand? These are simple but precautionary measures of staying safe. The Listerine will kill it. You understand? So therefore, you have to take those precautionary measures. My other second part of this is books, actual places where, in case your child has to stay home, or in case you need to prep your child up so that they could be smarter. You understand? Because they may not get as much attention that they need to get because of the pandemic. Okay, they have right now they have Kumon books, and the first one I'm gonna put up there, so, you know, so that it could be seen. Is called www.kumonbooks, books.com. That's the first one. kumonbooks.com. You understand? And these books cover workbooks. And they are workbooks that make a difference. You understand? They have math, English. They have uppercase, lowercase, from pre-K all the way up to the 12th grade. They have mathematics. They have English. They have vocabulary words. They have all these things. These kumonbooks.com. Hey, Raw Deuces family, Hogan's Hero in the building. Welcome to the spill. We're child prepping today for Monday motivation right here at the spill. You know, Kumon Books. KUMON kumonbooks.com. I have all the workbooks. You can purchase these workbooks for your child. If your child is just learning how to write, they got that. Your child is just learning how to draw a line, they got that too. If your child already know how to write and need the right vocabulary, they have that. They have multiplication, they have adding, they have everything, all grades of these books. And these workbooks is anywhere from $4.99 to $12.99. You understand? kumonbooks.com. Then if you feel that you need to get your child an extra bit of attention, they can go to kumon.com. Kumon.com is KUMON. KUMON. Kumon.com. This is for math and reading program from pre-K all the way to high school. They can give virtual classes for them, and they is practicing studying, you know, things in that nature. It's very good. Kumon.com is very good for teaching children. Also, if you need to do some things yourself that you want to do for your child, you can go on Khan Academy, Khan, Khan Academy. Google it. And for all grades, they have it. If there's one thing you want your child to practice and they're not doing anything now, prep them right now. You have to Google is what you call sight words. Sight words are words that are on sight. And before, because. You understand? These words are words that they need to know how to spell, as well as from anywhere from they have all the on-site words. And back in the day, I used to make my kids, I used to give them 10 words each, 10 words a week. And they had to write each word 3 times each and make a sentence. You understand? This is how they became eloquent in their vocabulary. You understand? Your child will grow, their reading level will elevate with that. You give them 10 words. They do them 3 times each with a sentence. And those sight words, they have the sight words is called the Dolce sight words. You understand? I'm going to put it up there for you. DOLCH. Dolce. DOLCH. Dolce sight words. And those sight words is what you can give them. It's like you got to give their brain a workout. Give their brain a proper workout. Dolce sight words. They also have a website. I'm breaking it down for you guys because these are excellent. And I didn't think that they still had this. But it's called K12reader.com. I did that with my kids. And my daughter was reading, my kids were reading at 3. They were no joke. By 3, they was already reading. Reading is fun. Words are fun. You understand? You make words fun. You understand? You give them these words. My daughter was writing boy and girl and all that stuff, and they was 3 years old with the pencil in their hand, drawing the lines. I had the Kumon books. I know for Christmas, my nephews couldn't stand me. I was giving them Kumon books for Christmas. That's right. I was like, y'all learn to draw these lines. You understand? So it's they have another one as well called the mathplayground.com. Mathplayground.com. Yo, it's like, the mathplayground.com is all areas of math. You understand? And some kids, they don't like to do math. So with that, Math Playground is kind of fun. These are, they have what you call sight words from the 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Sight words. You understand? You make your child write those words, give them some of these words. They need you print them out. You print them out on the computer. When you print out these sight words, I have to, I had to look up something because I wanted to be able to have this in existence for you guys. What's up, Max Bussery? What's up? How you doing? And these sight words, they come in a list. So when you want to, like for instance, the first ones, sometimes my daughters before dinner, they had to write them words, 10 words, 3 times each, and then a sentence. Yes, they did before dinner. Yes, they did, honey. Look, my child. Okay, here's some kindergarten. I'm just gonna put this up there for you guys. These are sight word lists for kindergarten. You understand? You take these words and you give them from the kindergarten. You give them 5 words. You give them 5 words and make them write them 3 times each. Okay, and then you tell them, okay, well, after we write these words 3 times each, they're going to learn how to write by the time you finish giving them all of these words. They're going to know how to write. You understand? And then, you can go from the kindergarten, you understand, to the next grade that they're in. They have the sight word list for 2nd grade. I started my kids off, I was like 2nd grade list, and they was writing them words. and they vowels. I had to teach. They have third grade, fourth grade lists. They have these lists, for kids. I'm gonna turn this around so that you can see. They have all of these word lists. You take these words and you give them 10 each throughout the weeks, and let them write these words out. You understand? And get to know the definition of these words. You understand? And it's like, more or less, these children come out better on their reading level. They'll understand the paragraph. You know how you used to read a paragraph back in the day, and they tell you, oh, well, what's the main part of the paragraph? Well, when they have fourth grade vocabulary words and definitions, it's called vocabulary words and definitions. You understand? When you have vocabulary, the words with the meaning to them as well. You understand? And these are good child prepping for their reading, because these kids now are getting skipped in their grades. They're getting skipped in grade, and you find them they older now, and they got a second and fifth grade reading level. You understand? But they still letting these kids in the hood, they are just skipping them and putting them forward. But then when it's time for them to go to college, when they graduate out of high school, they can't even go to college because they don't know. They don't have the proper vocabulary. They don't have the proper algorithms to even take the test. Their grade level is too low. You understand? They don't have the proper grades for a scholarship. You understand? You want your child to get a scholarship, you better start them on these vocabulary words. You understand? And make them write these words out 3 times each with a sentence. By the time they get to the 9th and 10th and 11th grade or whatever, they're going to have all these words down packed. They're going to be writing words and doing stuff on vocabulary with their work. It's going to come to them because they're going to feel like they need to learn more words. You understand? It's going to always be something that you need to get this into them now. You understand? And fill this into them now while this time. You understand? Because our children are important right now. And sometimes we as parents, when we're so busy making money and things like that, in order for a child to have a roof over their head and things like that in that nature, that we're not busy. We're so busy till we're not paying attention to how much they're really learning. You understand? And if you think that you're not learning enough with your kid, you have to sit down with the Kumon book. And when they doing the videos or whatever, then you have to look at it too, so that you won't be lost. You understand? You have these kids now, they're looking at iPads and everything virtual. You have to teach your child how to write. They have to know how to do multiple choice, and they have to learn how to do formulas. You understand? Without the computer. You understand? They have to be able to have their own thought patterns. You understand? So that they can figure things out. You understand? They can't figure it out with an iPad or calculator. You understand? They're going to have some real word problems that they're going to need to figure out by hand. You understand? So you need to stay up on that and make sure that that you stay on top of your game with that, as far as with your kids. I also for a bilingual, because they always tell you to learn a bilingual in your schools. Okay, they have something called My First Spanish Word Book. My First Spanish Word Book. My First 1,000 Words. That's the name of the book. The Usborne First 1,000 Words in Spanish. Now, they have one on Amazon for $9.79. For $9.79, they have this book, The First 1,000 Words in Spanish. You understand? I bought this for my kids, actually. They have My First Spanish Word Book. This one is nice, and it's on Amazon.com. You can get this for your child. Hold on, let me turn it around. My First Spanish Book. You understand? It's $9.79. And when you go, they got all the pictures and everything in there so that your child can learn Spanish and they first 1,000 words. You understand? I bought this book for my daughters when they were little. And this book right now is only $4.99. My First 1,000 Words. The Usborne First thousand words in Spanish, and it's got the pictures and everything in it. You understand? So, I mean, this book is very educational, and they also have my first French book. I wanted to get that for myself because I know in Monaco they speak French. You understand? Rich folks, they speak different language. You understand? So you got to know how to be bilingual and some you got to be bilingual. So, in being bilingual, I want to learn this French because I just find it interesting. You understand? I find it very interesting, and I'm trying to go to the cart right now so I can show you this book. It's called My First French Book. It's also in Amazon. It's a bilingual introduction to words, numbers, shapes, and colors. I'm going to put this up there for you so that you can see that as well. And if all else, you know what, if you really want to invest, I invested. I have Rosetta Stone. I have Rosetta Stone Korean and Japanese. My daughters, they speak fluent languages. You understand? Oh, and my daughters, they speak Italian as well. You understand? So it's like more or less, they have different languages that they speak, and you need to know how to speak something else besides English, because the world, this world, they full of people with different languages, and you really need to know how to speak a different language. You understand? You need to be able to communicate with others and not be lost in translation. How about that? Deuces, how about that? You don't want to be lost in translation on everything. You don't want to be lost in translation when it comes to your child and learning. You don't want to be lost in translation when your daughter or your son goes to school and they come home and they got on somebody else's mask, and you be like, what happened? Because you should have prepped them already. You should have prepped them and told them the things necessary that they should do and how they should act and what they should do when they go to school. You should test them out. This is what you need to do when you come home. You need to take off your clothes, put it in this dirty clothes bag, take you a shower, and then put on your clothes for the house. You understand? But you got to come out of those school clothes. You understand? Immediately. Okay, this is when you get in school, no hugging, no kissing, no none of that. You need to pay attention to the teacher. Okay, granted, there's going to be some badass kids. Then they're going to be the ones that's going to be trying to get up all close on people, and then that's when kids don't focus. You understand? And this is when you got to be effective in the parent-teacher meetings, and you got to let the teacher know you're going to have control of these kids, because they can't, when somebody get out of their seat or whatever, you're going to have to pay attention, and you're going to have to make sure that these kids are equipped to socially distance in the classroom. You understand? And you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to be an effective parent when it comes to, and a supportive parent when it comes to the parent-teacher meetings. You're going to have to go to those things, and really, because you're going to need to know what's up with your kid and what is this school doing and how are they cleaning. Are you cleaning every day, or what is it going to take? You understand? You need to know these things immediately before you start sending your little mini-me into a zone where you don't know and where these kids are at. Like I said, tell their children, don't bring no kids home with you, and you can't go to their house. You understand? That's out. All of those things you have to take into consideration. Tell your teacher, tell the teachers for your children, they need to hold off on them science projects and things that kids need to do together because of social distance, that they need to find another area of learning. You understand? You got to find out, is this the things, what kind of to do and aims that they're going to have, what's their goals for teaching your child in that classroom. And what they don't teach in your classroom, you're going to have to teach your child at home. So that's why I gave these instances of these books, of vocabulary, and of all those types, from kumonbooks.com to all different types of math, the mathplayground.com, kumonbooks.com, for the K12reader.com, Google Sight Words, all of these things that you can apply to your kid's life. Share this video with these people that don't know, because they sit up there and they be playing around. Y'all so busy. You understand? And I see a lot of y'all be so busy. I understand that the pandemic is going on, but you got to take care of your child. You know, I know a lot of you saying, oh, I got to go back to work. I saw on the news, a lady was saying, I got to go back to work. I don't have no choice but to send my child to school. Well, in that process, then you have to teach your child how to be safe. Because what's the sense of sending your child out there just because you got to go to work? And when your child go out there and because they're not being safe, they come back home and contaminate the whole house and you. You understand? And then what? You can't go to work sick. You understand? Because you didn't carefully prep your child on what they should do. Since you don't have no area, since you don't have an option but to send them to that school where that's at, then you need to prep your child. Child prep them. You understand? You got to encourage them not to be scared. Encourage them to not to make fun of that situation. Oh, you got the Rona and all of that stuff. You have to put all of that and prep your child. Prep them mentally. You understand that it's not a joke, that it's a real thing. You understand? But at the same time that they have to go to school, and you have to talk to your middle schoolers, and you have to talk to your high schoolers, and you have to talk to them, because they want to hug and do all kind of stuff with each other in school, because that's what they've been doing. They miss their friends. You understand? They're gonna take, this gonna be a few, they're gonna take off their mask all day. You understand? Look, this is the thing that that, oh, you don't need that mask on. And look, that's almost like telling your kid that it's a room, everybody in the room, and everybody start taking off their mask. No, you leave yours on. As a matter of fact, while you leaving yours on, make sure you exit stage left. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? If you have to. Yeah, I was so thorough with my kids. I used to write it out. I used to write stuff out and big to-do lists when I go to school, and put it up and hang it up on the wall. And then they be like, okay, this is what I have to do when I'm in school. You understand? To protect their life. You understand? This is what you want to do. You want to protect your child's life at all times. You understand? And you want to be safe. You understand? And I pray all is well in everybody's soul. And I pray that this child prepping really encourage parents, worldwide, that you really should, if you're looking to take your child back, or even if you looking to keep your child at home during homeschool, they have to be prepped. You understand? Even for homeschooling. Your child still needs to be prepped, because during homeschool don't means play all day. You understand? See, you have to prep your child. You understand? You got to map it out. You understand? You got to map it out. And these are the things that parents back in the day didn't take out time for to map it out and do these things with the kids. But the kids now, this is what they're going to get, something different now. So I urge you and I encourage you to at least pay attention to some of the things that I stated that can positively help your children, for you guys to remain safe and for you to stay amazing. And remember that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. It's come a time that now you don't even get to greet people and you don't get to talk to people because everybody has on a mask, so therefore you have to stay amazing with your mask on. You understand? And even when you pull your mask down, you stay amazing. You're able to have a verbal conversation because they can see the smile on your face. So they be like, how you doing? You know what? People still speak to me. When I see them in the Whole Foods, even through the mask, they be like, how you doing, Miss V? I be like, I'm amazing in you. They be like, I can see you smiling through the mask. It was like, okay, as long as that encourages another to keep it pushing. You understand? You got to trust God, trust yourself, and keep it pushing in life, because you only have this one life to live. You understand? And that's it for tonight for me, for Monday Motivation. I pray all is well in your soul. I thank you for stopping by, and make sure you continue to tune into the Spill at 6 because we definitely drip, drip, drip. We have Monday Motivation, we have Work It Out Wednesdays, and we have Hot Topic Fridays. Also, as well, I heard Lavender and Pearls reached out to me. Shout out to them as well, and I'll definitely be looking out for a package from her, and I'll let you know the products really work. So I'm gonna put it in my story. You understand that y'all should purchase these things, because it's really some good stuff, and it's organically made and things like that nature. So the more that I get more detail about it, I'll let you know, because I had cut my hair once before and it grew my hair back so quick that I look forward to redoing this for the second time. I encourage you guys to share the video, like the video, use the arrow. It's going to be on post, and it's a lot of information about different places for children to learn. You understand? So I encourage you to share this with other parents as well. You understand? Each one teach one, and you have a great evening. And I'll see you on Wednesday for Work It Out Wednesday. Deuces. I am your co-host. I am Vanya, and I pray all is well in your soul this evening, and you have a good evening. Good night.